Hello there, Inconvenient Panda back again for some more casual craft season fare. Yes. In the last episode, I built that, and that. In between episodes, I built that. Still hadn't done the road. But oh well. Block of steel. Block of steel. I've determined it takes 2 blocks of coal coke to smelt up 1 block of iron, which means 2 coal coke for every 1 piece of iron. And as you can see, I only have 1 block of coal coke, so this is sitting here doing nothing. But let's take these blocks of steel. Yes. Also, I'm going to have to figure out something to do with this. I'm going to get a lot of it. I think I'll just perfect. But what can we do with steel? Yay, steel! Well, Shift R will tell us we can make a reinforced crowbar. Don't know why you'd need a reinforced one. I don't know if they have durability or not. But you can make steel shears. They last a bit longer than regular shears. Steel tools and weapons stuff, they're pretty nifty. Bit of a waste of steel, to be perfectly honest. You can make regular ass mine carts. You can make a block of steel. That's pretty cool. You can make a steel anvil. It lasts longer than a regular anvil. Diamond bore head, iron. What? Oh, so you still need. All right. But you can make all this cool rail stuff, railcraft stuff. Steel plates. Oh, I forgot that mod was in here. But there's an extra utility drum. I might want to use a drum, actually. I don't know. But, yeah, you can make all sorts of stuff. Steel dust. Here we go. Rolling machine. You can make rail stuff. Woo, rail stuff. Metal posts. Steel plates. But, yeah, we'll get to steel. I don't have enough to really do anything just yet, unfortunately. So we'll get to it when it happens. So, I mean, this just takes forever. It's the only problem with Railcraft is it just takes forever. But oh well. So, I should have thought of exactly what I was going to do. I just wanted to come back because steel had been made. I'll stick it in here. But yes, I think I'll make some windows. What do you say? Huh? Yeah. So, I'll grab some glass, head over to this bad boy here. Oh, yeah, between episodes I did what I said I would do and beefed it up a bit. But let's melt some stuff. Shall we? Just melt some glass. And I'll have to sleep through the night in my giant lonely house. Oh. I'm going to put some furniture in here from Bibliocraft eventually, whenever I get around to it. But if you melt up glass, or you can do this with sand, but I did it with glass because glass melts a bit quicker than sand as far as I know. I assume it does. I'm not sure. Waiting for glass to melt. Gonna need some more lava at some point. That won't be too hard to do, I wouldn't imagine. Molten glass. What can we do with that? Well, if you have a casting basin and you right click on a drain, yeah, and you wait for it to set, we get clear glass. Woo! And look at it, it's clear. It's cool. But if I quickly grab a second one, boop, what we can do is make really awesome windows. As you can see, it's already awesome. Connected textures. Woo! Doesn't that look nice? Now that's a window. I'm not sure how much it actually takes per thing. I think it just takes a block's worth, which would make sense. But this is what I'm going to make all my windows out of, because I think it is just the bougie news. But I would also like to improve this by doing that. And then eating a steak, because steak makes everything better. But if I come over here, well, grab myself some of this wood I have from all the glue, grab a chest, and 5 bits of iron, misplace a chest, break it, grab myself another chest, and make a hopper. What I can do with this arrangement is pretty fancy. If I do say so myself. I'm going to clear a bit of room. I put a chest here, put a hopper there. And now, what it's going to do is when this is full of the stuff, and that looks a bit poopy. Oh well. Once it solidifies, it goes bloop, straight in there. So now, what I can do is think of a slightly different way to go about this. What would be easier or less difficult? Boop. I mean, I could just do it manually. It's not like I'm in a hurry. Yay! A wall done. All right. So I'll do the rest of that off camera because why not? But that's a really nice, easy way. This also responds to a redstone signal. So if I set up a timer and all sorts of other fancy stuff, I could get this to go automatically. Which I could do, but I don't really need it. So, that's a thing. But what I want to work on now is a place to store all this, because once it's full of creosote oil, it's going to stop making coal coke, because it'll have nowhere to put the creosote oil. And that's not a good thing. Oh. So, get you going. I probably don't need all this iron, but yeah, well, go for broke. So what I'm thinking of is a tank of some description. What description exactly? I'm not sure. I'm not sure which kind of tank I want to go with. Do I want a Railcraft tank or a drum? Drum requires steel. Hmm. I'll set that up like so. I want to get this chest out of here. I don't know what to do with all this wood. I don't really need it. Oh, well, there it goes. I'm going to go with a Railcraft tank. That's what I'm going to do. So that's going to require... Oh, I can make a steel one. No, I don't. Steel's too hard to make, so I'll make an iron one. But what I'm going to need to do is make some iron tank walls, which will require iron plates, which requires a rolling machine. So let's make ourselves a rolling machine. It's going to be 4 pistons. 4. Wait. I already have 3. Okay, so... Well, I already have 3. I don't have 4. I need 4. Brr. Let's go with that. Just like that. I'm going to need a crafting table. Well, a couple of them. And iron. Why did I make 4? I'm still a bit under the weather. All hopped up on cold medication. But now I have a rolling machine. Yay! And a rolling machine requires power in order to operate. And luckily for us, it can just work off of redstone flux. Now, the only issue with the rolling machine is it will use power even if it's doing nothing. Which is a pain because Railcraft just likes to be difficult. I don't know why. I don't ask questions. But if we get a rolling machine, put this pattern in, going to get ourselves some iron plate. It says click to craft. You'll see why when that's done with its thing. But what else am I going to need? To make an iron tank, we're going to need at least 1 valve. I'm going to go with 2. Going to need some walls. And just for funsies, I'm going to make some gauges. Which require glass pane. I don't know why they're called gauges. But oh well. Let's get ourselves half a stack. That should be good. Just like... Was it like this? Nope. Yeah. So I guess I'll go with that many of them. And... I don't know, I'll figure that out in a bit how many I'll need of these. I probably don't need this many. But with this click to craft thing, notice how it's still, there's only 4 left in here. What you can do is you can automate this by pumping in items and they will naturally sort of disperse to this predetermined pattern. However, if you just want to craft what the pattern is, you click it and it just makes it. But now when I pump things in here, they're not going to make stuff. So I'm going to break it because I don't want it using up power. Because it drains a lot of power just sitting there doing nothing. Which is not good because then it will drain through my lava a lot quicker and I'll have to fiddle with it. That's going alright. So now, I guess I'll have to find a spot for this. Hey, sheep. I'm thinking I'll make a basement. Yes, I shall make a basement. Boop, 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 boop. Four deep. Yeah. So I'll be back once I've dug this area out for a basement. Alright. Looks like a nice little basement. Wouldn't you say? Yeah. But, I don't want to put in a ladder or anything because I think that's just going to look a bit poopy. But what I can do is make something called an elevator. Yeah. It requires wool and ender pearl. Not that big a deal. Especially when I have all this. Actually, just make all these now, can't I? And elevators work in pairs, or at least in pairs. You can add more. Yeah. But what an elevator will let me do, if I bloop, stick one there, put one there, and now, yeah. Oh, that's horrible. But if you stand on the top elevator, press shift, you're down here in the dark, in the horrible, horrible, scary dark. And if you jump, you go up. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. So what I want to do is clear out a bit of space for under there. And another thing I want to do is grab a chandels. A chandelier. Yes. And nope. That's terrible. Yeah, because there it's not going to be in the way or anything. But now, with this iron tank wall stuff... 1, 2, 3, 4... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... Yeah, I'm going to clear out a bit of space for it, and I've cleared out too much space. Yay. So if I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, make a 5x5 base. I'm going to need a bit more than that. There we go. Like that. And directly in the middle, I'm gonna remove that one. That's gonna be for later. But now what I want to do is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whoops. I want to make a frame of a tank. Yeah, exactly what I want to do. Now this is a giant multi-block structure. Which is pretty cool. You can have them in various sizes. It'll tell you on the block itself what you can make the sizes into. I'm going to go with quite a large one because, yeah, why not? Boop, doop, doop, doop. Yes, just like that. And at the top and at the bottom, I'm going to want valves. But I'm also going to want to put in walls made of this glass. And you'll see why when we're done. Probably want to fill in the back. The back I'm just going to make out of regular ass stuff because we won't be able to see anyway because it's against a wall. Probably could have made it out of steel, but no, well. Too late now. Oh. And boop. I still want access to this. Whoopsie. Yeah. So I forgot to make the valve blocks. Yeah. I left room for them, but forgot to make them. And what they're going to require are some iron bars in, I think it's this pattern. And do I have one? Yes. And a lever. That'll get us 8 of these valves. So I want to put these. That's awesome. I'll put one there and one there. And now, when I put it should. Do I have to make the walls completely out of this? I thought I could have. Height 4. It's 5 high, isn't it? Oh, maybe it means, I think. I mean, I don't get why this isn't working. Alright. Dig it out. Rassel Frassen. Wait, why am I digging sides out? So I guess it needs to be the diameter of the actual wall bits, not the overall. I mean, not diameter, height. I mean height. It's kind of poop. I'm gonna need more of these. Oh, man. I still want my velvet at the bottom. If this doesn't work, I'm gonna be annoyed. And I'm annoyed. I thought you could do it like this, but apparently not. So I'm gonna go off camera, make what I need to make, and then be back. Yay! So now we have an iron tank. It's pretty big. It's a lot bigger than it needed to be, but oh well. But you can have just the walls. I thought maybe I had to make the sides completely out of this. But whatever. This holds 2,400 buckets. It's a lot more than it needs to, but yeah, well, it does. So what I'm going to want now, some way of transporting fluid. And I wonder how I'd do that. I only got 4 of them. Hardened glass, copper. Of course I don't have any hardened glass. It's going to make a bunch of it. I've got a fair amount of obsidian, might as well. Two. And I'm going to want to clear out a bit of that and go. And oh, bam. And a bit more. It's for good measure. I'm also going to need. I think I'm going to need. I'm not sure, but I'll make them anyway. Forgotten their names. Pneumatic servos. Bloop. Did I already have some? I probably did somewhere, but oh well. I have more now. Yay! More. So we go shoop. What I can do is that has 9 buckets in there. If I go like that, and then quickly run back to grab the other thing that I needed. I don't need to carry you around. Should make some sort of backpack thing or something. I'll do that next episode. But if I switch you to output, you don't auto output. So if I go boop and boop. Yay, now it's full of creosote. And I think you can see where this is going. It's going in there. And now that's filling up. And if we have a look, you can see it pouring in. How cool is that? It's so cool. Yeah. And I'll run this one over as well. Just like that. So 2,400 bucks is probably a good idea. Look at all that. Yeah. So that ain't half bad. That ain't half. Half. We can set that up. So that's yeah, that's a Railcraft tank. They're not bad. The more it fills up, the higher the liquid will rise, and it looks like it's semi-transparent in there. That's cool. You can see the valve. So why do I have the valve on the bottom? Well, to get fluid out of these tanks, you need a valve sort of on the bottom. I think you can have it on the sides, but if you have it on the bottom, you don't need to put in a pneumatic servo and pump it out. It just sort of falls out when you put down a fluid duct. Or I think you can use Buildcraft pipes and do the same thing. Like you don't need to power the output because gravity does the work. Which means I'll be able to use it for a few machines. Which will be cool. That'll have to wait. Yeah. Not bad. I should really... you know, I'm going to automate that. Screw it. Doing it. Lol. So what I'm going to make is... Redstone Clock. Very, very simple. Gonna need a bit of redstone. Just like that. You like that? A bit of stone. Redstone torch. And I've done this wrong. Just like that. A redstone clock. So it's a redstone clock. I think it's on a second timer or something. But if I go bloop, it's gonna basically blink a redstone supply thingy. And what I can do, grab this and that, Get a lever. So you can see it's constantly turning this on and off because this outputs a redstone signal just for a single bit and then outputs another redstone signal. And this thing will turn on and off because of that. It's just a bit of a pain. But if you supply this with a redstone signal, it will disable it. Then that, you just go. But yeah, if you just let it go, it'll... I mean, it takes a bit longer, but you don't have to be standing around and wait and stuff like that. But sand will also get molten glass, which will be good. So then I can just sort of come back here later and just grab a lot more. Sort of fill this area with glass. Oh, man. Oh, yeah, I forgot to make a lamp for that one. Whoopsie! Yeah, this place is coming along quite nicely, I dare say so myself. Haven't touched Stormcraft in a while. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, it's chugging along. It's doing its thing. It's pretty cool. Should get that. I'll definitely do this between episodes. But yeah, we've hit the wrapping up point. And we got a little bit done. Got a creosote storage happening, which is good. Used elevators, which I want to use a lot more of these. I'd like one in here instead of that ladder in the corner. Not that there's any real need. Ladders work fine. Yeah, I think that's about gonna wrap up this episode. So I have been and still am the Inconvenient Panda. Thanks for watching. And I'll see you guys in the next episode.